Let's take on the house tonight as we look at no house advantage on a big 8-game slate in the NBA. Pete McCarthy here for OddsShopper. Hey, give us a like, subscribe, keep up with all of our shows, our DFS offers. We've got giveaways, all this kinds of stuff. You got to be in it to win it, right? And once you do subscribe, hit that notification button. That'll give you alerts when our shows go live. We're also available in podcast form on your platform of choice. So check that out as well. So if we do want to play versus the house, no house advantage, you can try for 2 out of 2 and hit for 2.5 times your entry, or you can try for 5 out of 5 and get 21 times your entry. Now, what's tough about no house advantage, you got to get all 5. For the last couple of nights, I'm giving you some picks. We've been 1 shy, right? Last night, 2 out of 3. I caught a bad break with Jared Vanderbilt, knocked out of the starting lineup for the Timberwolves, so he didn't reach that rebounding line that we were looking for. We'll go right back at it tonight. We got 8 games to select from, Pelicans Celtics being one of the big ones. We could try to break all of this down. So first pick, let's look at Kevin Porter of the Houston Rockets. And this might be the biggest difference that I have seen in our projections versus what you see at no house advantage all season long. So his rebounding line is at just 3.5 boards. If you look at the sports book, so you go to like OddsShopper.com and you just see, what the sports books are expecting tonight. The line on Porter is 5.5 rebounds. So it's like a 2 rebound difference. Our free projections at Stochastic.com have this at 78% chance of coming in. That is wild. I have not seen that all season long. I get excited when we see like 70% on these lines versus the house. So 78%, my guess is this isn't going to last all that long. So as soon as you see this video, see if that number is still up there and check it out. You probably want to hit this one rather than wait because, again, at the books, this is all the way up at 5.5. You look at what he's done recently. He's had at least 4 rebounds in 7 of 8 games. I'm not expecting any kind of big playing time adjustment here for Kevin Porter. Obviously, the sports books aren't either. So, it's just one of those lines that you can jump on. And it's really just up to you if you want to pair it with just one other prop or try to go big with the 5 out of 5. And I don't call anything a free square, but this is pretty advantageous when you see 78%. No house advantage. If you aren't playing there, check it out. There's a link below. It's a couple of ways to play. You can play versus the house, as we're talking about here, and play props. You can mix in NBA, NHL. They have props that go up throughout the day, and they can change throughout the day, like I would expect Kevin Porter's rebounding line to go up. But you could also play in these pick'em contests that I really enjoy playing in. There's a lot of overlay, typically, in these contests, and this is where you can beat other people and try to win the big bucks. $5,000 first place prize in the main NBA contest tonight. So be sure to check that out. It locks at 7:30 Eastern time. I like to float in 20 minutes before, see how much overlay there is, and determine how many lineups I want to put in based on that. This is something you download the app, choose a contest, select your player props, and boom, watch yourself climb the leaderboard at no house advantage. So check that out. They also, for new users now, a $100 free deposit match. So you sign up, you can put in $50, they'll match $50. You can put in $100 and they'll match $100. You'll have $200 in your account to play with. So be sure to check that out. And again, we have free projections for no house advantage over at Stochastic.com, making it super simple for you with pick'em projections as well as versus the house projections, and giving you an exact idea of what you're looking at. So for instance, if you look at the versus the house projections, you're going to see the one I just talked about, right? Kevin Porter, 78% of that rebounding line coming into the over. I usually like to see at least 60%, and then it's a little tighter after Kevin Porter. Myles Turner, for instance, 61% chance of being over his line of 14.5 points. I think that's certainly playable tonight. I understand he's going up against a team that's been playing some terrific defense over the last month in the New York Knicks. But Turner has been playing some good basketball himself. He just scored 29 points against the Hornets on Sunday. He's scored at least 15 points in 5 of his last 8 games. All right, that might not sound all that impressive, 5 out of 8, close to 50%, but He also scored exactly 14 points in the other 3. So he's been right at this line, generally over of late, as he's taken a bigger role offensively. Because of that, we projected for close to 17 points tonight. So when you start looking at a 14.5 point line, that's one I do feel comfortable going over with, even against a tough defense like the New York Knicks. If you want to check out our projections a little deeper, especially if you're going to play against sports books, try the all-new NBA Bet Pro. This is a 7-day free trial, so you can test it out, see what you like. You can use it for No House Advantage. You can use it for the sports books as well. It'll then cost $15.95 per week or $55.95 per month. Now, we've got stats to back this up. There is a 2.2% return on investment over the lifespan of BetPro. So 2.2% maybe doesn't mean that you go retire on an island in the Caribbean or something, but let's say you put $100 on each bet. That's a $2,700 profit over that time. So it's been proven to be profitable. And look, if this is a side hustle, a hobby, hey, it's something that you can make a few bucks on. And look, I enjoy watching these NBA games and having a little something to root for. So something you can check out. And again, 7-day free trial. So use it, see if you like it, see if it works for you, and you can determine what to do from there. But pretty cool product and pretty cool thing to have access to, especially if you are in a state where you can play against the books, because it could get overwhelming with how many lines you have. You have different juice at every sports book, and this is really going to break it down where the best bets are. Back to No House Advantage. Jalen Green, looking at 4.5 rebounds here. So we can get under this number for Jalen Green, and we have projected 4.1. Again, it's pretty tight. I like it when our projections have the under on rebounds. 60% chance this one coming through. What I like, you look at OddsShopper, and again, it's something you could use just like NBA Bet Pro, but this is going to give you an idea of what the sports books have, what the lines are everywhere out there, and it's minus 125 at under 4.5 rebounds. So our projections like the under here. The sports books like the under here. So when you put those two things together, it's something I'm comfortable playing versus the house. If you look at Jalen Green, what he has done recently, 5 or fewer rebounds in 7 straight games. That's not going to win you if he does get to the 5, but he's actually been at 4 under in 5 of those 7. So, rebounding hasn't been a big thing for him. He's consistently been under this line, especially of late, and he's not a big rebounder, obviously, so you can check that out. Again, use OddsShopper for a lot of this stuff. Not only do we have the free projections at Stochastic for you for No House Advantage, but you can also utilize OddsShopper for free, and that's going to give you an idea what the sports books are thinking. And like I said, when our projections and the sports books are simpatico on something, makes it very playable at a site like No House Advantage. And then if you want to play versus the books, that's where NBA Bet Pro can really help you out as well. So check all that out. Take it all in. Best of luck on No House tonight.